we are with the Bowdabra. I have a lovely fall ribbon that I've picked out with all the fall colors. You put your ribbon down through the center here, but before I put the ribbon in, I made what's called a tie-off wire. It's in here. You can see I've got it right there. But it comes with the Bowdabra kit. I take about a 10-inch piece, make a loop, because once the bow is done, you're going to pull this up and cinch it off and tie it off so that you can attach it to your wreath. Now you want to put your ribbon in right side up at first. You want to give yourself however long you want your tails to be. I like for a small wreath like I have here, 14-inch, about 10 or 12 inches. This is basically about between 10 and 11. So then you're going to take your ribbon and you put it in right side up. You're going to take it on the other side and flip it. And I know you can't see that, but you flip it so that each time you come over the top, you're going to have your ribbon right side up. So we're going to turn it. And sometimes you can't tell what the right side is and what the wrong side is, but that's okay, because when you get it on your wreath, you're going to do a little last minute twisting. So as you see, I'm making about maybe a 5-inch size loop for each side. And here's the other side. So you can see that. And we're just going to continue twist. Make your loops meet each other on the ends so that they're basically touching. I'll show you on this side. Okay, I'm making my second loop. Just shove that down in there, and you see how the loops meet each other at the end? That's what you want to happen. Now, a really nice full bow is typically 6 to 8 loops, so that's 3 or 4 on each side. I like to do 4 most of the times. This is pretty wide ribbon. You also want a wire edge ribbon for your bows. It works the best. You can use non-wire edge, but it's not as friendly when it comes to fluffing it. And that's what you do at the end. You fluff your bow. So I'm going to do this one last loop on the other side. Push that down with my fingers. This last one I typically like to make a little bit smaller so that it's like a center. And you always want to end up on the opposite side for your other tail. So this is my one side, here's my tail. And on the other side, I'm going to cut this at an angle, point, and that's going to be my other side. So here, let's see. We want to do about yay long. Cut it to an angle. So it's like a point. And then, of course, I've lost my wire. So what I'm going to do is just put a new one in there. And that's really easy to do. 2 of the tools that I did not mention before that you must have are a good pair of scissors, like this. And there is also the wire cutters, floral wire cutters. These are great. You can get the ones in the hardware store, which are a higher grade metal. They're better for cutting real thick wire. Some of these flower stems tend to be very thick, and so the ones that I have right here don't always work, but they will if you give it a little elbow grease. So my wire that fell out is right here. I'm going to put it underneath. No, wait, I was wrong. It's still in there. Good, excellent. Now the tamper that I showed you before, this is the tamper. And what that is to squish down your bow so that it's easier to tie off. So you're going to scrunch it, especially with the wire edge ribbon. That wire is going to give in and give you more room to be able to tie it off nice and neat. So let's see if I can get it. I didn't catch it on the other end, so this is going to be a little bit on manual. But the wire normally would come up at one time. And you take it, and I made it a loop so it's easier. And you do like you would with a slip knot. You put the one end through the loop, cinch it up nice and tight, just like that. Then all you do is you can tie it off, like I'm doing here. And now we're going to fluff. Now to fluff your bow, get this box out of the way. Fluffing the bow, you start in the top. Well, first of all, you want to get both of your tails coming down. So you just twist it down, just like that. And then you're going to go every other loop. Here's the first top loop, second loop, and twist sideways, just like that. Sideways, sideways, and then the last one's sideways. And what that does is that forces your bow to fluff. And then, of course, with the wire, you can make it even fluffier. See how nice and fluffy that turns out? Just like that. And now you're all ready to attach it to your wreath. Now to attach it to the wreath, get this out of the way. I decided to put my bow on the side of my wreath. Most times you will see the bows on the bottom. Most people put their bow down here. I'm putting it off to the side just to something different. And because I did the half moon shape for my design, I want the bow to be like a centerpiece. So to do that, you can put your bow on one of several different ways. You can actually glue it, or what you can do is have a pipe cleaner and attach it with the pipe cleaner. Since I'm using the floral picks, I can stick it right through the ribbon and attach it that way. Now this might take some doing because it is kind of a thick ribbon. Get in there. Ah, there's one. And you don't need a lot of these pins. Just enough to secure and keep it nice and flush. And then once you have it attached, you can always, refluff it, add to it. Sometimes when I'm making these wreaths, I find a bald spot and I go, oh, need some more flowers. And let's get this one in here. This one's being stubborn. There we go. Now, just go like that. Give it a last minute fluff, just like this. And see, there you have a beautiful wreath. Little tails on the side. I'll probably trim these down just a little bit because I think they're a little too long. But it's going to hang on our door just like this. Isn't that gorgeous?